Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have the Fiat finally is rolled into my paint area, and we are going to do the masking part. This may be its own video because it's going to take quite a bit of masking, and you've got all kinds of elements here. You've got to mask up a jam where you have an open side and a blind side, like deck lid, doors, hood will be that way. And then you see I have plastic down all the way around. I pulled all the wheels and tires off so that now I'll be able to take this plastic and I'll be able to go all the way back up in here and cover it. I'll still have paper taped out of the wheel wells, but the plastic just keeps overspray from blowing up under the car. And you know, it's got some primer overspray in here where I masked it way back inside, because if you remember, we welded metal and did all kinds of work inside these fender wells, so that's got to be painted. Then you can kind of tell down on the lower parts, it's all painted up nice. We did that when we did the rockers. Everything is sanded very good. It's taken a lot of sanding for such a small car. I blocked it with 180, 320, then went around and re-guide coated, and I wet blocked it with 320 and then 400. So this thing is shiny right now before it has any paint on it. That's what we want. Want to be able to see the little wiggles and the waves and stuff in it. I mean, I don't know if you can catch any of the shine that's on the car in the GoPro, but trust me, it's looking good. I've got probably 3 hours, maybe 4 hours worth of taping to do to this thing. So I'm gonna just set the camera off, kind of pull it in on the different spots, maybe talk a little bit about what I'm doing there, but we are going to get this Fiat masked up and ready to spray some sealer on it. So awesome. So probably some of the easiest stuff to do is going to be what we commonly refer to as back taping. We're going to take tape and we're going to stick it on the inside here to seal up this taillight opening. So try to get it where I have lots of tape contact on the back side. So yeah, lots of tape right there. Little Fiat's kind of odd. It's got a seam here and a seam here, so we got to tear the tape in both those spots. Go ahead. I don't think there's really a right and a wrong way to do this. You just got to make sure your tape is stuck really good. Alright, so now I've got tape stuck on the back side. I could keep sticking my tape back there like that, but then I end up with a ton of adhesive out here, and I don't like that because anytime I rub a tack rag over it grabs and then it wants to pull my back tape off. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to stick my tape on this side of everything, kind of make sure that all our stuff is still going to be able to get paint on it. Stick my tape on that direction. I don't know why, I just, one of those things. You got a particular way you like to do stuff, and that's just the way you're going to keep on doing it, the way you like it. So also another tip is, as you're doing, make sure everything is stuck down good, because boy, nothing is more frustrating than being in the middle of a paint job and your tape starts to fall off on you. So you got to make sure you have good adhesion between your layers. Everything is stuck down great. And I complain a lot about how expensive tape is, but it's cheaper than the labor it takes to clean the overspray off every time. All right. So again, make sure we're gonna get paint on every little surface. Come in here like that. Might even reach on the inside. So I've taken my tape here, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's not stuck on the very edge. I've folded that edge over. So I don't know if I can capture this with the GoPro or not. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull off a little piece of my tape, and I'm going to fold that edge over about 1/8 of an inch. And then I need a somewhat sharp edge. And as I wheel the tape off there, I'm keeping it pretty tight, and I'm using my index finger to kind of keep that fold happening roughly the same size. So as it goes, try to get it where you can see it. So there we go. Now, that part of that tape isn't sticking to the jam, but it's blocking some of the overspray. This helps to form a soft tape line inside of these jams. So inside of the jam, when we're laying our tape in there that we have pre-folded over, we're going to line it up perfectly with the piece I already have, and then I'm going to try to keep my line roughly the same depth in the jam. Nothing looks worse than big old crooked lines and tons of overspray off in a jam. Man, especially when you've spent as much time as we have getting this stuff all beautified. So this little edge right here is super pain in the rear to get it to conform. All right, so you can see got that paper in there. Something that you want to pay particular attention to is like that area right there. That area is not stuck. So you see on the other side, I came back and I filled it in with 2-inch tape right in here. So that's what I'll do over here. So I've got the underside of this all, I think that it's sealed good enough. It's got paper all under the deck lid, so none of that jam work will get overspray on it. I mean, you got to figure paint's going to have to blow down through this, come around this paper to even be able to get close to that. We're going to have everything else sealed up so good on here. So you can see my reveal here, what I'm showing. This is called the blind side of the jam. So overspray is spraying down like this. So it doesn't typically overspray very bad there. When you shut your panel, you got to be like super observant and make sure no masking is flying up out of there. But you can see, I mean, that tape, the edge of that tape is down in that jam quite a ways. This spot right here is the only spot that's close on this side. And then there's no latch in this thing, so I've got to figure out how I'm going to get her to stay down. And then, yeah, so I believe that that is, the back of it is sealed up good. I went ahead and I back taped in this hole, behind these holes, so no overspray is going to blow inside the car. That's what we're looking for, just a good sealed up job. Now, hey, so I'm under here trying to figure out how to make plastic stick, and like you can see, this stuff is not conducive to plastic sticking or tape sticking to it. So, yeah, what to do? You see the nice little job they've done at coating everything. So what I came up with was some magnets. Yeah, so they stick pretty tight down. So I'm gonna put a magnet on each side of this. I'm gonna tape this because it's got clean paint up in there. Stick my plastic up there to the tape. Stick it down to hold down with a magnet on either side, kind of, and pull it tight, and then it'll tape up in other areas under here. See, pretty clean. Yeah. Not a show car, it's a driver. All right, so you can see got tape stuck on both sides of the jam, back taped along the bottom. Got that little reveal Got everything taped down tight. This is all done up. Then I have my back tape on the handle there. So all that's left is a strip along here, back taping up like that, and then tape this door shut, because it doesn't seem to want to stay shut at all. It just keeps opening up all the time. So there's one door, the deck lid. I did come in and tape this up. It seems like it's going to stick pretty good. Got her taped down there. When this is shut, we'll string a piece of paper along the bottom of it. Yeah, looks like that. It'll be great. Got this side of the front already tucked. All right, well, just thought I'd bring you in for a quick little shot here, as I've got everything covered up here. And if you look down here, everything down there is basically in a little cocoon, a little plastic baggie from the floor up. So I think that's going to work out pretty well. I will have to tape this paper here back to the plastic to keep it from flapping around and creating more dirt. All right, well, I'm going to end the video here. I'll do a quick walk around and you can check this thing out. We've done a great job today. Got paper hanging off the sides, taped down to plastic, and paper all the way around up under stuff. I still got to come back in. I missed hitting this with a Scotch-Brite. I'd sanded it to, there's a seam right there. I think I'll just go ahead and paint that whole piece. And got the headlights done. You know, they need some cleaning around them, but they're masked off and ready to go. And then all the way around the whole edge, I back taped everything, stuck plastic down tight to that. But if you are going to spray and something dries on that plastic and then you blow it again, I don't care what kind of plastic it is, it always seems like paint flakes off of it. So it won't flake off the paper. That's the reason for plastic plus paper on here. That just helps with that overspray aspect. And my door's not having any latches. I may have should have wired them shut, but they're gonna work out. Still got to mask off the filler neck. Another little spot I got to do a little scuffing action. Tail lights. I mean, you can see these little magnets stuck up under there held that plastic in good all the way around. I'm not getting in real close on the wheel wells because I'm going to end up coming back and undercoating all that. So there we go. I just have the rockers in here right now, but I've got the other parts are prepped and ready to move in. So hey, glad you all stuck it out, and the next video on the Fiat, there's going to be some paint flying in here, so that'll be awesome. You guys, if you enjoy my content, give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe to the channel even. Hey, we're trying to build this thing up, working on a few other videos in the background right now, but I just had time, and it's right at that pivotal end of the year where it's going to be warm enough to spray. Much longer, it'll be too cold. So we got to get some paint put on this thing in the next couple days. And hey, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you on the next one.